All right, we missed weekly waterfall last week because of the weather, so we're out here at Mcconnells Mills, and there's the old mill. So we're heading into the woods. So we got a shot of the cover bridge. If you've never been here, Mcconnells Mills is in western Pennsylvania near Porterville, right off of like Route 422, Route 19. The river is raging, as you can see. We're gonna head back in. I'll walk over here, show you. This is, yeah, it's pretty crazy right now here. We've had rain here the last like what 3-4 days, and it's really raging. I might get a shot of that later, but we're gonna head into the woods here. So this is like the trailhead by the covered bridge, and there's a bunch of trails out here. If you like to hike, there's well, we were here a couple weeks ago. We took at the Hell's Hollow Falls. Well, we decided to come out here, and there's a Kildoo Falls is in the woods here down the trail. We're just going to try to find it. There's white water here. So there's the life vest there, life ring that looks like it's seen better days. I don't know how much I'd trust that, but these are like kind of partially paved trails, I guess, part of them. It's actually not too bad walking. I wouldn't come back here like if you're in a wheelchair or something like that, or even a stroller might be a little tough, unless you had like a big wheeled baby stroller. So we're gonna head back here. We already had a little picnic up on the hill. We're the only people that have picnics in 49-degree weather with wind gusts of 30 miles an hour, but we made it through. If you've never been here, it's actually really nice here. There's a lot of rock formations along the path. It's actually a really pretty park. It's not gigantic by any means, but it's a nice place to spend an afternoon or even spend a day. You can come out here and spend a day. I know the Hell's Hollow Falls where we were last weekend, though. I think it's about a 5-mile walk from here, I believe. So if you're into hiking, you can go there and I guess hike back. We'll head back here through the woods, and not a whole lot of people out here today. The weather's not really ideal, but we get out here. There is a large tree down up there. Just splintered right up the hillside. And those are actually, it's a large rock. It's hard to see through here because everything's like kind of mossy right now. As always, when you're out here, situational awareness. Watch who's in front and behind you. Yeah, there are little places to hide out here. So I mean, this would be one of them places. If there's not a lot of people here, you know, I don't know. Like I always say, it's just better to be safe than sorry. So, and since Pennsylvania is a carry state, but it's a nice trail though. When you say, like, it's not real rough or nothing. It's just like I said, it's a little bit ups and downs. There's a few spots like some rocks and stuff, but it's a pretty nice trail to walk back. And like you said, you're right by the water. You can fish here too, I guess. I mean, you're not going to do much today because it's pretty rough. But this is a nice where you're walking right along the creek. In the summertime when it's not as, you know, whitewater rapids out there, it's actually a nice place to walk. It must have really been high here. You can see there's a lot of debris here washed down. Knocked some of the stuff off, and it's all built up here in the path here. So there's been a lot of rain. couple hikers up here. Hi guys.
How are you?
Good, how are you? There's a lot of wood down here. Water must have been pretty high here at some point. A lot of debris on the trail. Yeah, if you come out here with your kids, I'd definitely say keep them close to you. It wouldn't take much for one of them to end up in that water. And they do lose a couple people a year out here. I don't believe you can whitewater raft down here. They used to, but I'm not. I think that they might have put a stop to that. Check out the rapids up here. Get a shot of this hillside. There's a lot of those rock formations all over here. This is kind of interesting area here because it's almost like the land unto itself, would you say, with all the rocks and stuff here.
Yeah, that's nice.
And if you've never been, there's a picnic area up there. I believe there might even be a playground here. And I know sometimes they have different events here in the summer, but I don't know what they have this year. It's going to get a little loud because we're right by the rapids here. I'll take a video down there and show you. Pretty rough. I'll chew you up and spit you out there. Keep on moving. I'm not sure how far back the falls in, but I think we might be getting close. If I recall right, I think it might be just up here by this bridge. I'll walk down there at some point, get some shots down there. So here we are. This is where the falls are here. Yeah. It's hard to see from right here. We'll go onto the bridge here. Just watch. You can kind of see it coming down, and the water is really rushing here today. It's about to get loud because we're going to be over the water, so I'll kind of let the pictures do the talking. But you can see how that water's just rushing off that hill. It's pretty crazy. So there's the falls. And it is really coming down. This is probably going to be the end of the line for us today because the water's coming so much. It's actually washing down the path, and it's really coming down, and there's some big rocks in there. I don't think we're going to go too much further. We'll definitely come back out here when the weather's good, but I'll tell you, it's amazing how much water is coming off here. I mean, we've had some rain, but I didn't realize it was this bad. My goodness. It's really, really running. See if I can get that falls in there a little bit better. There's literally one tree right in the middle, kind of blocking the view, but you can actually see it pretty good. See if I can crouch down a little bit here and get a little bit of better vantage. There you go. So I believe they call this the Kildoo Falls, if I recall right. And yeah, it's really coming down here, so it's pretty interesting. But yeah, I think it's going to be the end of our hike today. We were going to plan on walking a little bit further, but as you can see, it literally has washed out the path. It's coming down. It's really coming down there good. If you get caught in that, I'll be on the missing persons list for sure. Swimming ain't my thing. But you can see down here, even some of the trees are underwater. But so I hope you can hear this. It's really loud here. The water's really coming down, and the stream's flowing. So we're gonna head back up the path. Little walking bridge here. Yeah, normally this would be a nice path, but with all the rain we've had, this is why we missed the waterfall a week last week. We tried to get to a couple, but it was just wasn't cooperating and got dark too fast. I think let's walk. I'm gonna try to walk up this little path here. It's a rough one, so just be careful when you're coming up. Actually, we can get a little closer to the falls here. You can even see that path on the way down. You can see it's coming down pretty good. There's actually a path that goes across this, but there's too much water. You can see where it goes through the woods up there. We're not getting up there today though. But anyway, if you get a chance, come check this out. See if I can get a little bit closer to the falls there. We'll head back the trail. Say hi. So I'd say definitely check out Mcconnells Mills State Park in western Pennsylvania. There's a couple campgrounds around here too. I've never stayed at them because we don't live too far, but if you're not from the area, I know there's a few. There's some hip camps around, and I know up around Mercer, PA, which is like north of here, but it's not real far away, so you can potentially make a day of it. And like I said, this is a nice park. We come here all the time. Not typically this time of year as much. It's just, it's kind of been cold and it's a little wet, but today is just a great day to get outside, even though it's chilly. But we're headed back. We'll take some of these shots of these hillsides. The rock formations here are just so cool. You almost got to kind of see it to really experience it, because it's actually hard to capture a lot of this on video, because it's kind of thick with the spruce trees and everything, but and the pines and whatever. But we're just heading back the same path. So yeah, the falls are only maybe not even a 10-minute walk. It was actually pretty close to where we're parked by the bridge. And there's other areas that you can park along the roads, and there's actually like trails that you can hike down through the woods that aren't paved. You have to be careful, because it's pretty steep here. Most of these hills are pretty steep, as you can see. I don't know if it's probably not doing it justice, but you don't want to tumble down that one. But you can see where people walk down there. There is paths going up that hill. They're a little braver and probably a little younger and better shape than me to get up there. But I don't believe I've ever fished here, so I don't know if they stock this creek. They probably do in some areas. I believe this is this the Slippery Rock Creek that comes through here? Or the Neshannock Creek? I honestly forget, which is really sad because it's not too far from where we live. But you can check the stocking list and see if what they put in here. Like I said, this time of year, it's with all this rain, it's really, really rushing down through here. But anyway, that's our after work trip to Mcconnells Mills. I think I'm going to cut it out here because you already saw the path coming down. Give you another shot of the river. I'll put some still shots on Instagram. Check me out on there, Keystone Preparedness. So if you're in Western Pennsylvania and you ain't got nothing to do, definitely stop by Mcconnells Mills. There's probably hotels and things to stay if you're just looking for a night trip and don't want to pack up. I know there's places around. There's restaurants and some truck stops and things not too far from here, so it's not super far back in the off the beaten path, but just enough that kind of gives you that big forest feel in basically a smaller area. And they do have the covered bridge here. There's another covered bridge. It's probably about 10 or 15 miles from here, and that's up New Wilmington. If you're into covered bridges, there's one up there. It's actually on Covered Bridge Road, and I believe that's New Wilmington, Pennsylvania. So if you like the covered bridges, there's one here and one not too far away. But give you one more shot of the water, then I'm going to sign off here. Give you a shot of the hillside over there. But hey, thanks for coming along with us. Hopefully we'll find another waterfall next week, and we'll be able to check it out and bring it to you and inspire you to get outside, enjoy nature. Until next time, if you like our videos, subscribe and hit that like button, share it with your friends if they're looking for a new adventure spot. So this is it, Mcconnells Mills State Park. See you on the next one.